There we go. Hi, everybody. Good evening. This is Life Talk with Jay Montana. I know you all have been excited. As I said, the topic's gonna be love. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, as I like to call it, the Heart's Day. I don't follow it, but it's a big holiday for couples, and um, I don't believe people know that that holiday is based on violence. Um, they don't even know which Saint Valentine started it, but because there were two of them, and they were both decapitated by Claudius Caesar. Um, and then in the pagans, it's basically a blood ritual, fertility rite. So I don't really understand the whole idea of Valentine's Day. But tomorrow, couples will be celebrating whether they're married, engaged, or just dating. But history has proven that the 3 days, 13th, 14th, and 15th of February, usually people are breaking up. They either break up the day before, they break up the day after, or they break up on Valentine's Day itself. So the topic for today is love. And I did put in my post today, what exactly is it? It's not an emotion, it's definitely a feeling. Emotions get involved, and people get a little crazy. Breakups make people sad, they make them angry. How do you interpret love? How do you, how does it affect you? Um, I can say the first time I ever felt love from another person, especially my mate, was when my daughter was born. I could see it all over her father's face. And the second time was a few years later. And I think I've been chasing it ever since, and I still haven't caught it yet. But that's okay. I still have time. But the question is, what is love? It is a feeling. It's not an emotion. It's not complicated. Like I said, we make it complicated. We make love a complicated issue because, especially for women, our emotions, our heart gets in it. And men do too. They deal with it a lot differently. But right now, in our society today, there are more single adults than there are unions, and especially in this country, and it's rising. So when I start swimming through social media, I see all kinds of crazy posts and how people are feeling, and love is not the issue anymore. It's basically what you can get for it. So it's being abused. It's not what we were raised to believe. And I'm not talking about like some Disney thing, you know. I'm talking about real love. And the thing is that we know basic love language. It's innate. It's in us already. So what happens when we become adults? We start measuring it different. If you think about the first time you fell in love, and most of the time our parents were teenagers, you know, a boy says hello to us and it makes us feel good, and we tell our parents, I know my mother said it's infatuation, but you don't really know the difference because it both feels the same. So when you think about that first time you felt the butterflies in your stomach and that boy liked me, or that girl, she finally came over and said hello, you get this flutter in your stomach, you feel all warm, you know, you get that goofy smile on your face, and you go home and you're just so happy and you can't wait to talk to that person again. That is love language. That's what that is, you know. And it happens again as we when we become adults and we meet that guy that makes us feel good. But a lot has changed over the decades. And now you have people using love abusively, whether you're in a union already, like a marriage, or, you know, you're both cohabitating and it's being abused because your mate knows that they can use it against you. And I do have issues with that. You know, um, men are having conversations about relationships over here. Women are having conversations about relationships over there. And no one is coming together to have a conversation about what they like, what they don't like, and what love means to them, what they're really looking for. And love, it comes in all different types. I love my TV, I love my house, I love my car, I love my children, you know, but what does it mean when you love the person that you may desire or like or are married to or about to get married to or dating or maybe soon be dating? What does that mean to you and what does that look like? And that is what I've been grappling with lately. Over the weekend, I went to a singles seminar. I didn't want to go at first because I don't do singles. But I conceded and I was like, fine, I'll come. And I sat there. And what I listened to, which was mostly women, they were in pain because they're single, but they don't want to be single. And they're trying to figure out how they can not be single anymore, how they can meet somebody that's going to share their world, their journey with them. On the other hand, me, I'm like, I'm single by choice. I'm good with it right now because it's about loving me right now, loving what I do, focusing on um, the different things that I do, from visual art to writing to crafting to painting. Um, it's all about me right now. And that's not being selfish, that's being selfless because I have to know what makes me happy. So I have to learn to love myself. And I tell this to a lot of people, when they have terrible breakups, and I'm like, stay by yourself, get to know you, learn to love you. Because the thing is that once you know how to love yourself, that puts you in a different energy, a different vibration. You go out and it exudes through you. People may not know it, but they feel it. They can sense it. The air around you changes. And you get out there, and instead of looking stoic or angry, you're happy. And anyone that comes into your space is not going to change that energy because you're in your love energy. And when I start my day, I have two things. I'm grateful, I'm sitting in gratitude, and I love me. And it's really hard for individuals to do that. It's hard for them to learn how to love themselves. Because in order to do that, you have to deal with trauma that sits laying in wait until you start making better choices for yourself. And there's a lot of single people out there. There's a lot of lonely people out there. You know, one of the younger people made the case of, yes, I'm single, I'm alone. And I said to her, well, remove the word alone. Because, in this society, it's like, you're single. What a dirty word. It's not a dirty word. It's okay if you want to be single. You're single for a reason. There's a lot of stuff going on out there. There's a lot of things to catch that's going on out there, whether you're young or old, and being single, it doesn't mean you're celibate. It means you're single and you're not into just throwing your legs open, because, you know, that gives you that intimacy or that whatever people like to call it, and then it's like, well, this person must love me. I know a lot of people that with intercourse, they fall in love with people. And that's not love. That's just sex. Okay. Um so I hope after whoever comes on to see it, whether it's on Facebook Live with Hub 17 or on my Instagram page, the question is, what is love to you? How do you measure it? How do you look at it? How do you define it? Well, how do you define love? Like, seriously, I define love with loving myself first, loving my children, loving my grandchildren, loving my family, loving my friends, and then all the different stuff that I do for myself. Then visual arts, my arts is my love. My writing is my love, whether it's writing a book or writing poetry, that's my love. When I sing, I love to sing. Um, and I love sitting down and having conversations with people, meaningful conversations. BS conversations don't really help at all. At that point, I want to get away from you fast. Um, I like listening to people. I am a life coach certified. So I don't have a problem listening to what people um, need to say to get it out. But we need to do better. And love is the one thing we're going to need to work on for ourselves and for the people that mean something to us. And as a human, as a species, I know you don't like that word species, but that is what we are. We are a species. Okay. You can call us human, you can call us mortal, but we're still a species. And we're an intelligent species that seems to not be able to do something that is so easy, so gratifying, and that's love. Love unconditionally. I hear people tell me that all the time. I love unconditionally. Okay. And then if you're in a relationship, you say to your partner, I love you, but see that but is the problem. You know, I love you, but I love you, but can you change? uh I love you, but I thought when we got together you would not act like this. Um what's my other favorite? True love. Yes. I love that true love thing. You know, when I hear people say they're looking for true love, I see the butterflies and the birds flying around their head. Um what else can love be if it's not true? It doesn't we don't have a word before it. It's just love. And if you reverse it, it's evolve. You can add that VE at the end. So if we're evolving, we should be evolving to love people for who they are, whether you like them or not. That's okay. You know, but by loving someone, you allow them to be themselves. Okay. You allow them to be honest. You allow them to accept you because love is very accepting, sometimes too accepting, okay, especially for children because they don't know the difference yet. But as adults, we do. And it's really important that we sit down and have these conversations so that we can evolve into a better people, into a better society, into a better community, into better relationships with one another, especially, with men and women and the LGBT community, because it really doesn't matter, you know, what you favor to love. It just, you just need to be able to accept people for who they are. And love is one of the things that allows us to do that until we start putting stipulations on it. And once we put stipulations on love, then the problems start to occur. And I think maybe we should have a conversation on relationships, but not this show. Maybe the next time. So if you have questions, you can send them. You can DM me in Montana Lily. That's MONTANALILLIE on Instagram. Send me a DM. I will definitely respond to you. Um, yeah, just on Instagram because I really don't do Facebook too much unless I'm posting um, something very important. And I'm hoping we can have this conversation again because I'll be looking to have this conversation again, even if we do it together in a group setting of 3 other people. We can definitely have people come on and we can have this conversation. You can, again, DM me in Montana Lily, or you can DM me in my Life Talk page, which is life uh, underscore talk on Instagram. If you have a suggestion, you want me to talk about something particular, we can do that. And basically, before I go, what is it that makes me a life coach? Well, I took courses in it, and I'm not a psychiatrist. Psychiatrists, they give you drugs. I don't believe in that. As far as when it comes to helping you get better, even though I take a lot of medication for my illness. Um, I'm not a I'm not a counselor. I'm not a therapist. Uh, they pretty much listen to what you have to say and then they give you suggestions. But a life coach is a lot different. We hold you accountable. If there's something in your life you want to do better, even love, love your family better, love yourself better. You know, that's something I can work with another person, because there are a lot of people out there that don't love themselves. There are a lot of people out there that they can't define love because they think they've never experienced it. And, when you haven't experienced love, it puts you in a place where you might feel you're unworthy of being loved. You draw in the wrong energy because the energy you're putting out is unsure. But when you have experienced love, of course, you're going to be trying to get to it again. But love is not something you should be going for. You should just learn to love yourself, and it will find you. You don't have to find it. And if it doesn't find you, it's okay. You can be single, you can be celibate, you can be single, whatever it is, you can be it. There's no shame in it. And that's something we need to work on in our society, that you don't have to be a certain way. You can just be yourself. And that should be enough. And sometimes it's not for most people, but it should be enough. I'm thinking about a conversation I had over the weekend with a friend. And we were just talking, we were having the conversation about love. And they were telling me how they felt. And as we were talking, I had a memory. I had a memory of an event, a moment in my life that I don't even know how I blocked it out or forgot about it. But I hadn't had this memory, and I don't remember how long. And when it came up, this warm feeling came over me. No, I wasn't having hot flashes. No, I didn't have a fever. I wasn't getting sick. It was a moment that I remember where I felt somebody else's love for me. And I was like, wow, I forgot all about that. And I'm telling the person the incident, and they were like, that's a real good memory. I said, I know. I don't even know where that was. I don't remember putting it into the dead zone in my brain. It just never came up. Unfortunately, the person that was part of this memory is no longer here. And yeah, that makes my heart sad. But memories are fine. Memories of love are fine. They're valid. You need them. Even in the worst relationship you've ever had in your life, a memory of when you felt love from another human being besides your parents or your children or anyone else in your family in a relationship that you are having, it is so important to have that memory. Just don't start living your life around it. You know, just accept it, feel it, and then let it go. Because we tend to hold on because our emotions get involved. We tend to hold on to these moments, and that can make you um, depressed, sorrowful, because you want it again, and we tend to go searching in the wrong places. What's that song? Hey Ken, what's that song? Looking for love in all the wrong places? Yeah, because we have a memory, it makes us feel good. We get dressed, we go out and end up somewhere we have no business being, or with people that don't have the best thing in mind for us. Or we get involved with people that know how we feel. They know how we feel, and they take how we feel, which is usually, we deeply feel for them. They take what how we feel, and then they abuse it, and we don't realize it until it's too late, because we're misinterpreting them, and we're taking advantage of ourselves, because we want to feel that love again. So the first thing we really need to learn, which is the hardest thing for us to learn, is how to love ourselves. And that takes time. Nothing nothing worth anything is ever easy to do. And trust me, there's not many things I haven't done. So uh yeah, learning to love yourself, it is definitely a journey. But I do love myself very, very, very much. And it took me a very long time to get here, but I would never go back to dishonoring my self worth, dishonoring the fact that I do love myself, to being in relationships where the love is one sided, and it's on my side and it's not on the other person's side, because that's not healthy for anyone. So we're only gonna do a half an hour this time. This was me stepping into myself, taking control of my life, having some fun while I'm at it. And I hope whoever came on to watch me go live in the studio, which is so great here at Hub 17. Love Kenny and Kim, who make this possible. And Kim and Ash, they are my mentors, because I've watched them do live videos so many times, and I kept saying, I want to do that. 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 And Kenny and I spoke about it last year. And then I was just like, it's time for me to do this. And I figure I'm just going to jump right in, like when I was in my 30s and my 40s, and just being confident enough to jump into that empty pool and know that the water is going to fill up once I leave the ground. And I truly, truly thank these guys for giving me the chance to do this tonight. But this is the first one, it's not the last one. I will do more. I will have guests come on. Um, we will be able to set it up where you can ask questions live, and Ken will tell me what it is, and I will talk to the person that asked the question. I will have a conversation on a live podcast, which would be fun. I think we need a sponsor, Ken. We have to figure that out. So I hope everybody enjoyed this. I have no idea what time it is because I can't see without my glasses, right? I can't see at all. I can't even see what I look like. That's terrible. I'm not blind. I can see my eyeballs and my nose and my mouth and my hair. I hope everybody liked what I did. I chopped off my hair because that's what you do. You're confident because you love yourself and you don't care what other people are thinking. That's right. I cut my own hair and then I stopped because any more cutting, I will have to have my head shaved. And I think I would love that if I was bald. I think I would be fine with that for about a couple of days. And then I would be crying. And then I'd have to go get some fake hair. And I'll love that for a little bit too. And that's what it is. Each moment in your life, you have to put that energy in. Each moment in your life, you have to, feel good about yourself. Each moment in your life, even when you're feeling bad, let it roll and then let it go. Because self-love is a wonderful thing. I'm telling you right now. Amen. Tomorrow's Lent. It's Ash Wednesday. So amen. Love yourself, love your God, love your creator, whatever you believe in, love. I'm not saying just give it away. I'm saying love you, love yourself, love how you look. And that is another issue. When we don't love ourselves, we try to change the way we look. We try to change ourselves because we're not accepting of it. Ken just shook his head. I'm not really sure what that means. Hello. What's our time frame, Kenny? 3 minutes? Okay. Did you turn me off? It's off? Wow. So I'm acting spastic right now because I don't I don't have my glasses on. I can't see. So I'm going to say hello to everyone. Say hello to Kim. Say hello to Ash. If you're looking, I did it. I'm nervous. I saw my daughter's name come up. See, I can't see without my glasses. And if I didn't look into the camera, she's probably going to tell me tomorrow or later. But I will get better at this. I'm hoping the next time I do that, there's my granddaughter. Hi, Bella. The next time that I can have a guest on and we can talk about how they've been able to achieve what they've wanted in their life. And that's what a life coach does. It helps you to achieve that. And if you want to learn how to love yourself better, we can help you achieve that. Because I'm going to hold you accountable to your shit. So, because I hold myself accountable to mine. Nobody else can hold me accountable. So we are going to end this. I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. I wish those who celebrate, hey Danny, I wish those who celebrate Valentine's Day a wonderful Valentine's Day. You know, please don't break up unless you absolutely necessarily have to. You know, work out whatever issues you have and stay together because I love watching other couples, young, old. I'm not envious, I'm not jealous. I just love love. That's what I am. An incurable romantic who love. I know my daughter's saying something. She typed something and I can't read it. I don't have my glasses on. So don't talk dirty about me right now. But I really wish other, people who do celebrate Valentine's Day a happy Valentine's Day. And good night.